Tom. I cannot make BOOTP work. What can I do?
Don't get into a snit. Tom is a great person to ask. He will help you.
How can USB help? I need Ethernet.
Please calm down. Relax. Let's see how using USB will solve BOOTP trouble.
And Tom is the one to do this?
Oh yes. Just watch.
Okay. I am really stressed out.
Be sure to pause this presentation as you watch. Do exactly what is shown.
Okay. Enough talk. Start already.
Please pay close attention to what Tom is showing you. He is a really nice person and will help you be successful. First, make sure you set your PC for 199.199.199.1. Please open Network and Sharing Center. Click on Change Adapter Setting. Right-click on Local Area Connection. Do not left-click.
Please, now, left-click on Properties. Do not right-click. You are so good at following directions. I am incredibly impressed. Now, left-click on where Tom is showing you. Internet Protocol version 4. Make the entire line turn blue. Left-click on the Properties button.
Make sure you make the blue button show where Tom is pointing.
I know you are wondering. Yes. That really is Tom's hand.
Verify the address. 199.199.199.1.
Recall. This is the IP address of your PC, not the PLC.
Verify the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Excellent. Do not reboot. Just close out. Watch as Tom will show you how.
Like Tom said, it is super important your PC is set properly. Now you are ready to move on to the situation at hand.
Okay, here is the problem. You tried to use BOOTP to get an IP address into the PLC. You correctly set up the mask as 255.255.255.0. And you wait and you wait and wait. 30 seconds should be long enough. You know this is not right. What to do? USB always works. Why does this have to be so dangled hard? Okay. I will use USB. I remember Tom said, you can enter an IP address using USB. I am so happy to remember this. Laugh out loud. Ho ho ho.
Make sure your PLC is on and ready to go. Make sure the Ethernet cable is properly connected. Sometimes, students do not push the RJ45 connectors in all the way. Let us look at the PLC to examine Ethernet. Click the escape key until you get to this page.
Come on now, I know you can do this. Do not pretend you cannot press the escape key.
Continue to press the down arrow until you see this selection, Advanced Set. Press OK to see what is inside.
Here is Tom's PLC Ethernet information. Not so good. Tom will now show you how to fix it.
Notice how the MAC address does not match the PLC MAC address. And, notice there is no IP address. This is a problem. It needs to be fixed by using USB.
So let me restate the problem. The problem is, BOOTP will not put an IP address of 199.199.199.2 into the PLC. You now have to connect the USB cable for RS-232. Look at the cable I am pointing at. Do you see the number? This is the Allen Bradley cable you need. But hold your horses, they're technical person. You need the USB to 9-pin converter.
Here is the complete cable set. Make sure they are properly put together. Now, You are ready to connect into the PLC. You want to buy a cheap cable? I have one available from China. The funny thing is, it works just fine.
Carefully put the cable into this connection. One end goes into your computer USB port. The other end goes here. Pretty hard to goof this up.
Start up the application RS Links Classic. No need for BOOTP. Recall the problem. We cannot use Ethernet at this time. Click on the Communications tab. Click on Configure Drivers. What you are going to do is find and install the RS-232 driver.
Hey you. Yeah. You with the headphones on. Pay careful attention. Look at what Tom is pointing at.
Please click on the down arrow.
Perfect. Now, click on RS-232 DF1 devices. Click on Add New. Click on OK.
Jiminy crickets. Slap me silly. I have no idea what communications port the USB cable is in. Phooey. Tom. Please show me how to determine the USB COM port number.
Tom just stepped out to powder his nose. Let me help. Get into the control panel. We need to view the device manager.
All are in alphabetic order. Find the device manager. I know you can do this.
Click on Device Manager. Find ports. Click on Ports. Click on arrow to expand the ports folder. You need to see what is inside.
Thank you very much, Tom. You have shown us how to determine the communications port that the USB cable is plugged into. Tom, I see your COM port is number 7. I also am pretty sure my port is not the same as what you are showing on your computer. But I can figure out the port number being used on my PC. Once again, thank you, Tom.
Let's get back to RS Links and get the driver set up. Go ahead and close these windows. You do not need to see them anymore.
Click on Close. Now, click on the down arrow.
Tom will now select COM port 7. We are on Easy Street now. Once you have selected the correct COM port, just select Auto Configure. Awesome. Setup was successful. We now have a USB communication path from the PC to the PLC.
Tom, you really know how to make this look easy. Please click on OK.
Do not click on the red X. Click on Close. As shown. Now we will double check to make sure the communications is really working. You should see the PLC icon. There it is. This is a good thing. Now we have communications established with the PLC.
Minimize this application. Don't click on the red X. Click where Tom is showing you. Thanks. Now open RSLogix. You may also see this written as RSLogix Micro. Be sure to maximize the view. Just click the middle box as shown. Excellent. You are such a good learner. You really do have a bright future. No fiddle faddling around now. Click on the Comms tab. Please stay with me.
Select System Comms.
Tom opened the DF1, DH485. He did not open Ethernet. DF1 is the same thing as RS-232. Remember, he is going to use USB in order to get an IP address into the PLC. This is when we need to be sure the USB driver is active. If you cannot see the PLC icon as shown here, then you missed a step or two. Immediately, go into panic mode, start yelling and hollering and wave your hands over your head in a wild fashion and be sure to make a big fuss. Now, since none of this activity fixes the problem, make a note of the problem and quickly, go find someone who can do this task for you. If you do see the PLC icon, then life is good. Please click and make this line turn blue. Rest assured it is communicating and your next step is to go online. Tom says, be absolutely sure you selected MarkerLogix 1100.
Go online to prove to yourself the PC talks nice with the PLC. Tom told me to always trust, but verify.
Okay, we will follow Tom's excellent advice. Go ahead and click on online. Do it now.
We are now online. In run mode. This is using USB. Notice the driver being used. Click on the save icon. You should save every time you sneeze. That is what Tom told me. Click on yes.
Hey you. Are you sleeping? Now would be a good time to click on yes.
Now we will go offline.
Open up the channel configuration. This is in preparation of entering an IP address, so you can use Ethernet. Channel 1 is Ethernet.
Tom removed the check mark in the BOOTP box. This was to allow entering an IP address.
Type in the IP address of 199.199.199.2.
Your PC will be different. It probably has all zeros. Tom filled in the IP address, so you can see it. Watch as it is entered. You need to do the same on your PC.
Have you been pausing this most excellent presentation? I sure hope so. Tom will not be happy if you have been slacking off. You do know he has the ability to see your PC as we speak.
Type in the IP address now.
Type in the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Pay attention to the boot key enable. Tom says, at this stage of the game make sure this box is blank. And, click on apply. Later on you will put a check mark in this box. But not yet. Now click OK. Click on Controller Properties. You want to get to Controller Communications. Tom just wants to be sure you are still using RS-232. Go ahead and click OK.
Let's go look at communications. Everything looks okie dokie.
This is a technical term for perfect. Okay, let us continue with this most excellent presentation.
Perform a download operation. The reason you want to download now is to put the Ethernet address into the PLC. Basically, you will do well to always click on yes. Click yes.
Clicking yes, and nothing happens? Let's work this out.
See where Tom is pointing the pen? Press the escape button until you see this screen. Press the down arrow until the pointer points to mode switch.
Tom says do it now, do not wait.
You are on easy street now. Just press the OK button.
Jibber jabber. Someone put it into program mode. It must be in remote.
Please find the person who did this and give them a piece of my mind.
Just press the down arrow or up arrow on the PLC until you have selected remote. Please make sure you select remote. Good job. Now, after you press OK, you will have complete control of your PLC. Please press OK. Good. All fixed. Now you can click on the yes button and it will work.
So, doesn't that just chap your hide? The PLC has to be left in remote forever. So, why do people do this childish stuff? Be sure you leave it in remote for the next person. Thank you.
Back to the computer. Click Yes.
Now we can continue with the download. I will express my excitement. Yahoo! Keep on clicking on the yes buttons as they come up.
Yes, you want to run. Yes, you want to go online.
Please look at your PLC. You will see the IP address has successfully been added. You can now use Ethernet. But there are a few more things you need to do in order for BOOTP to work correctly the next time you need to set it up.
You would like to check on the IP address. Let's look at the Ethernet channel configuration. Click on Channel Configuration. You are interested in Ethernet. That will be channel 1.
Great. The IP is in and good.
Tom now wants you to put a check into the BOOTP box. This will make the IP disappear when the PLC powers off. But BOOTP will now work just fine. Click on Apply.
Interesting message. Just click Apply.
Click Apply. This makes the PLC match the RS Logix application software. Click OK. Great time to save.
Did I hear you sneeze?
By clicking yes, you will make everything match. The configurations will be perfect. All will be perfect.
Perfect, just like you. Now we will go offline and check the Ethernet IP address. It should be good to go.
Select channel configuration. Then we will be looking for channel 1. Remember, this is where information on Ethernet is found.
Still using RS-232. Soon we will be switching over to Ethernet.
Go ahead and click on channel 1.
I see the correct IP address. Focus on the BOOTP enable.
The address and mask are exactly what they should be. And, more important, they show up here. I hope you notice Tom is still using RS-232. He will be changing to the Ethernet driver and using Ethernet real soon.
Hold on to your horses. Tom is almost done with this presentation. How does he do it?
Okay, put a check mark in the BOOTP box now.
After you put the check mark, click on OK.
Still with me? We are now going to use Ethernet. You need to open Controller Properties and select the Controller Communications tab. This is where you can change the driver from RS-232 to Ethernet. Hold on to your hat, here we go. Select Controller Communications now. Get ready to select the Ethernet driver.
Select Ethernet now.
Great. You definitely have a future in this business. Employers will be looking for you, once they find out you can follow directions. Hang in there, almost done.
Click on Apply. Now click on OK.
Ever wonder why Tom has you click on Apply, then OK? I don't know. You ask him, next time you see him.
Please, let's keep going, shall we? Time's a-wasting. Someone sneezed.
Time to save. Notice you selected Ethernet as the driver. Just one more little twist. Trying to do a download, as you would normally do, simply will not work. Without getting bogged down in tons of details, the reason a fault will be generated is the current active communications channel is 0. Communications is being done using RS-232. Even though the Ethernet driver was selected, the PLC only knows RS-232 is valid. Details, details, details.
The solution is to use the Communications tab and download the new configuration into the PLC. The PLC has to be told to switch over to Ethernet. Let's watch as Tom shows us what will go wrong when you forget and try to use download. Next, Tom will show you how to take steps to fix things.
Tom is now making a mistake. He should have remembered the PLC is still actively using RS-232. Please watch as he figures out how to get things right.
Oh, good grief. Now what?
See the error message? What this means is, the software on the PC says to use Ethernet, but the PLC is using RS-232.
Do you remember the solution? Keep watching as Tom walks us through this sticky situation.
No option but to click on OK. So, please click on OK.
We just need to select comms to download using Ethernet. After this is done, the system will be perfect. Select System Comms. Double-click on ab1100 This is the Ethernet driver. You need to open this to see what is inside. The system will have a fault. That's okay. Just click on OK and the PLC will show up.
Higgledy-hoo. The PLC is now good for you. Click to highlight. We will download using Ethernet. You absolutely need to download now. The PLC must get orders from headquarters to stop using RS-232 and start using Ethernet.
Click on download.
Click. Absolutely top shelf. You can see Tom has successfully downloaded using Ethernet. Now he will save this project and life will be good. Click on Yes.
You must click on Yes. Failure to click on Yes will cause the system to go back to using RS-232. That would not be good.
Now go offline. Once we are offline, we will look one more time at the Ethernet configuration just for fun.
You are offline now. Tom will show you the Ethernet address is still good.
For all practical purposes, you are done. But let Tom do a quick wrap-up. Blimey, you are so kind.
Open up the controller properties folder. Excellent. Without any help or visual aids of any kind, you remembered how to do this. Impressive. Now, click on the Controller Communications tab, please. You will notice the Ethernet driver is being used. Ethernet is good. Click OK.
Time to be done with this presentation. You have been so generous with your time. You are absolutely the best. Let us review what you have done to solve the BOOTP problem. First, make sure your PC is set up with a static IP address. Second, communicate with the PLC using USB. Third, enter an IP address into the PLC. Last, select the Ethernet driver and verify communication using Ethernet.
Now go out there and conquer the PLC. Everyone thanks you. Tom thanks you.
Thanks a million. Bye-bye. Bring up desktop view. Shut down cameras. Prepare to exit. Cue music to fade. Okay everybody. That's a wrap. Fade out.